Welcome to the LawnTrappin CEO Podcast, the show where we talk about the business of landscaping, how to grow your company, and how to maximize your profits while working smarter, not harder. I'm your host, Kai Shelton, and today we're getting into one of the most important and most challenging aspects of running a lawn care business: pricing. If you're charging too little, you're leaving money on the table. If you're pricing too high without justifying your value, you'll struggle to land customers. So today, we're breaking it all down so you can price confidently and get paid what you deserve. Why pricing matters. Let's start with the basics. Why does pricing matter so much? Well, first off, underpricing is one of the fastest ways to burn out. If you're charging too little, you'll be overworked and underpaid, wondering why your business isn't growing. On the flip side, if you price correctly, you can work fewer hours and make more money. Hence the book, The 4-Hour Work Week. Check that out. A lot of lawn care owners make the mistake of pricing based on what they think customers will pay instead of what it actually costs to do the job. So let's break it down. How do you know what to charge? A, you want to know how to calculate your pricing. So there are 3 key numbers you need to figure out before setting your prices. Your cost per hour, and in your cost per hour you want to factor in gas, maintenance, labor, insurance, and your time. Example, if you're spending $40 an hour on costs, you need to charge at least double the profit. The going market rate, in order to find out the going market rate, you want to check out what companies or competitors in your area charge, but don't just copy their rates. Understand why they charge that amount. You need to know your profit margin as well. After covering your expenses, how much do you actually take home? You should aim for at least 50% profit margin after expenses. After expenses. So that can help you avoid the race to the bottom. Here's a mistake I see too many lawn care businesses make. Competing on price alone. If you're always the cheapest guy in town, you'll get the customers who only care about the price, and they'll switch to someone else the second they find a lower rate. Instead, focus on value. People will pay more if they see the benefits. This means professionalism, show up on time, wear uniforms, have clean equipment, quality work, neat edging, clean lines, no debris left behind, customer service, send reminders, answer calls, and follow up, and also send invoices. Raise your prices and make sure your customers understand why you charge what you charge. So I'm going to tell you how to raise prices without losing clients. So if you're already in business and you need to raise your prices, this is the time to do so right here before spring rush. Here's how you do it without losing clients. Give advance notice. Let customers know 30 to 60 days in advance before raising prices. Explain why. Blame inflation, rising costs, and improving service quality. Offer additional value. Throw in small perks like a free seasonal checkup to make it feel like you're doing more. Example script I could give you. Hey, customer name inserted. I appreciate your business and just wanted to give you a heads up that due to rising costs, we'll be adjusting our pricing starting insert date. This will allow us to continue providing quality service. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to go over our price increases with you. If they can't accept your price increase to keep your business rolling, 9 out of 10, that's not your customer anyways. So let me give you guys a few pricing strategies that'll help you maximize profits. Flat rate pricing instead of hourly prices. Charge per job. A standard mowing service equals $50 per yard instead of $35 per hour. Bundle services like offer package deals like mowing, trimming, and fertilizing for one price. This increases revenue per job. The thing I'm implementing this year will be the subscription plan offer. Offer bi-weekly and monthly payment plans to guarantee recurring income. That's how you can hire more people. That's how you can expand your business. That's how you know what you're bringing in monthly. So that's why we are switching to a subscription plan, because if we want to grow, we need to know how much we're bringing in monthly on the baseline. So on that baseline, let's say we're charging 20 customers bi-weekly. This is how you figure out what you need to bring in. So if we're doing 20 customers bi-weekly service, which I tend to not like to do. But I mean, those are your residentials. Most of your residentials are going to go bi-weekly because the grass isn't growing, it's not getting fertilized, it's not getting things like that. So when you take that into account, you want to go into the fertilization side in order to bring them over to become weekly clients, because when you fertilize that grass, that turf grass is going to grow at a rate, at an expedient rate, especially during spring with all the rain coming in. So you want to kind of capitalize on that and start off with the fertilization, because that'll make the grass grow, and then you switch over to bi-weekly. And I say that's kind of like towards the middle to end of July when that heat season peaks. And then when that heat season peaks, you also want to try to offer something else. So this is something I'm going to try to offer as well, is watering. So I don't know how this is going to work, but I'm always willing to shoot my shot to see if we can score, or if we miss, how we can rebound from it. So we will be adding in watering, so it'll be additional cost for watering if we do offer that service. But I did want to touch base on something else as well. So we talk a lot about at the beginning of the season it being the best time to actually add things in. So one thing I used to do was a fuel surcharge. We kind of got away from that as gas prices came down. But as you notice today, Waffle House implemented a 50-cent egg surcharge. So let's dive into that. So we'll take a look into that, and let's do some research on that. So what is a surcharge? So let's talk about a surcharge. So a surcharge is an additional charge or payment. So let's take a look at it. So Waffle House egg surcharge. So and they're doing it. So the way their surcharge works is they're adding an extra 50 cents for each egg. So if you got a 3-egg omelet, you're going to pay $1.50 more. So another thing, so as we start breaking this down and you see businesses running their businesses like businesses and doing the things that businesses do, we're also going to stop taking on the surcharge, aka the credit card processing fees. So like, let's say you want to take a payment from a customer, and Square, Stripe, just about every payment processor charges a fee, whether it be 2.9 cent or 25 cents on the dollar, however they do it. Let's get accurate, because I don't want to just keep throwing things out. So let's see how much Stripe charges. So as you see, they charge 2.9% plus 30 cents. So those are the credit card fees that we usually take on. So the thing is when you're adding an invoice or you're sending an invoice, how do you recoup those fees? Are you supposed to eat those fees, or do you add those in? Like, how do you guys, leave me some feedback. How do you guys add those into your invoices? And for me, I know I used to give a cash discount. I mean, because like, let's say it's a $6,000 invoice, right? So what is 2.9% of 6,000? So So $174 strikes mates off of processing your invoice and paying you. Why? Why would you want to give up $174? With that $174, let's say you're paying somebody $15 an hour, right? That's 11.6 hours. That's a day's worth of work for one employee. And if you're working 8-hour shifts, that's almost equivalent to 2 days worth of work. So why would you ever eat those fees? So now that we see Waffle House charging those fees and including surcharges, it's time for us to take heed. It's these things that keep us in business and make us a business. It's these little things right here, these small drips. To some people, this might be a small drip, but it's not. It's not a small drip, because let's say you're doing that 5 times a week. So 174 times 5. That's $870. That's a lot of money being lost, if you ask me. And you're doing that 5 times a week, and it's 52 weeks in a year. That's $45,000 out the door. It's the small things that end up being big things. So as we talk about pricing and going forward, like those are the 3 things that I'm changing for sure. I'm implementing my fuel surcharge. I'm implementing my credit card processing fee. That's number 2. And number 3, there will be delivery fees added into, let's say I go get your material. Because why am I going to pick up your material and I'm spending an hour, whether it be at the yard, Home Depot. So when I leave the shop, I'm tracking my time. How long does it take me to get from the shop A to the yard to pick up your material, and then from the yard picking up your material to actually getting to the job site? So you talk about an hour, maybe 2 hours spent picking up material, and then you going into that, and so that's 2 hours out your day. Let's say you put an employee in that truck. So A, you have fuel that needs to be accounted for. B, you have an employee that you're paying to go get material. So their clock starts running as soon as they either A, clock in, or B, leave the shop. So you got to factor in all of that money that companies are losing. And a lot of us just think it's a part of the job or it's a part of being in business. It's not really a part of being in business that you're losing this money and you're taking and eating these charges. It's actually showing you that these small drips are adding up. So now you add that 2 hours and the fuel that you're paying your employee, which it's a reason why when you order material from a place, they add in a delivery fee. They're not just saying, okay, well, you bought 8 yards of mulch from me, I'm gonna deliver it to you for free. It doesn't happen like that. They also have a range in there. They have like for instance, let's look up a company. So let's look at All Rocks Are Us, because I know they have they list their zones. So when you order from them, so they have zones. So approximately 0 to 1.5 miles, and 1 to 8 tons or 1 to 10 yards of mulch, they charge $35. Zone 2, approximately 1.6 to 6 miles, 1 to 8 tons or 1 to 10 yards, $50. Zone 3, approximately 6.1 to 10 miles, 1 to 8 tons or 1 to 10 yards of mulch, $60. Zone 4, which is 10.1 miles to 14 miles, 1 to 8 tons or 1 to 10 yards of mulch, $70. So when you take that into account, why are you going to pick and they're not actually driving, they don't have drive time to and from their shop. Well, they do have drive time to and from their shop, but they're loading the material there. You're actually making 3 stops. So you're going from your shop to their shop to the customer's house. So they have less drive time than you do, and they're charging a fee. So why are you not charging a fee is a real question. So take that into account.